Listening to the Home Secretary and the government communications around this, you would think it had ceased to be a criminal offence in 2014. That is, of course, not the case. Shoplifting goods of any value, including under £200, was and always has been a criminal offence subject to Section 1 of the Theft Act 1968. The change made in 2014, I was going to develop a point, and then I'll be happy to take interventions, particularly from the Home Secretary. The change made in 2014 changed it from being an either-way offence to a summary-only offence. So either way means it can be tried in the Magistrates' Court or the Crown Court. Either way means magistrates only. It was still a criminal offence, and people could still be convicted of up to now a year in prison for committing it. It certainly wasn't decriminalised, and the government's own impact assessment says that about 90% of the convictions or the charges for shoplifting were under £200 and tried in the Magistrates' Court. So if it was ineffective, why were 90% of charges under £200? Now, she claims this will herald some sort of extraordinary change in the way shoplifting is treated. But I would respectfully refer the Home Secretary to her Economic Note 1007, page 28, paragraph 144, which I'm sure members here have all read. And in that paragraph, it says that the central scenario in the government's impact assessment says that the number of charges with this change will remain constant. The government's own impact assessment says there will be no change in the number of charges as a result of this alteration. So when the Home Secretary points to this as some kind of silver bullet, I'm afraid to say her own impact assessment says something very, very different indeed.